might seem like a big load of hay in Montana, but this is not even a warm-up compared to what I was used to. I remember days on the farm when we put up close to 2,000 bales per day. This is only 50. This should be enough for the goats for a whole year. Perfect goat hay. Due to the fact that we have so much rock in our soil here, radon is directly linked to gases decomposing coming off of rock. So what you're looking at is a perforated PVC pipe. Just in case we have radon, I can hook those up, and it's a reverse pressure that will draw the radon outside. Really? If you don't put this in and you have radon, it's a pretty big deal. So it's a lot easier to put these in as a precautionary while you're doing the foundation work.
We are here by our property where we're working tonight. It's cooler this evening. And this is not alcohol. It doesn't have a drop of alcohol in it. This is my favorite drink. It's baobab juice. It is so good and healthy. The only difference that I did with this juice, I put in some powdered magnesium. Tonight, we are going to be working on the foundation. We're going to be working on the walls. So let's get started. A lot of work ahead of us.
When it's triple digits out, I'm starting to take maybe some breaks in the afternoon. This afternoon I went up to Rexford. There's an Amish guy up there that sells these. I got a load of these. Goal tonight is to get the first row glued down. Now, this is the form. Instead of the concrete blocks, it's called an ICF block. Styrofoam, reinforcement, room for rebar. You set these up, your concrete flows down, sets up inside there. It's insulated. And every 8 inches, you've got like a nailer or a plastic nailer on the inside to screw on drywall or whatever you want. When you look at this, it might seem like, ooh, that's quite a bit more cost up front. Where you save is if you're going to insulate your basement, you're not going to have to frame it out, insulate it, and then have that cost. But the biggest upfront saving that you have is the time. They are super simple. They're super fast. The labor on putting a foundation like the, or like the walls of a basement with these versus conventional
concrete
boards and plywood wood forms is just, it takes probably a quarter of the time, if that, to do this. So it's fast, it's efficient. Okay. So this is the straight stuff foam, window sealant, whatever you want to call it. Extremely sticky and it adheres well. So this is what I'm doing, just between each one, put a little bead. The main thing I'm doing is right here. I'm gluing this to the slab. I'm gluing this to the foundation. Doesn't matter. Could you get me another one? So right there, there's little grooves here that they slide together. And then I've got the line chalked where the outside needs to be. It might look like I'm jumping ahead of myself, but that great stuff wants to expand, and if you put that in there, it's got all these interlocking little joints. Shove that in there, it's got a little weight, pulls it together. Tomorrow morning, this will be stuck on there really nice. Tomorrow's project is we take the top row off. I'm going to drill holes through the concrete, about 4 inches, put rebar in there. Probably the same amount of pounds. After a couple of hot days in the sun, tomorrow morning around 7, we're going to have concrete. We're going to have a floor down here. The reason for wetting down the substrate, when you're pouring concrete on hot days like this, you want the gravel substrate underneath as wet as you can. If this is really bone dry and you pour concrete, it'll set up so fast you don't even have time to scrape the trowel it and get it even. So we're going to be putting a lot of water on here tonight. Tomorrow morning I'll be over here probably when it's dark and wet it down just as much as I can. Plans are to get this thing poured tomorrow morning before it gets too hot. Very exciting. We have a well on the property, but unfortunately we don't have a pump in it yet. Thought the pump was going in yesterday, but the guy that installs the pumps, he got stuck on a project that took him longer than anticipated. So we don't have a pump in our well. I'm hauling this water from home in a tank. It'll take a few trips, but hey, we'll do what we need to do. this out. We got the concrete poured. It's starting to heat up. It's going fast. We should be done by noon or 1 today. Concrete will be done, and then it's off to building the foundation or the basement walls. The reason for putting water on concrete is to slow down the curing process. If it cures out too fast, your concrete isn't as good quality as it is when you cure it slower.